Morning, friends. So you can tell I was doing laundry yesterday. Can't get mad at Jack about this one. I know I was complaining about his jacket being up there the other day, but this is all me. So, confined to quarters, I guess, would be the word of the day. I am actively trying to figure out how to get through the 12 and 12 with you guys. I think that'd be a real fun thing to do. I think it'd be a benefit for me, absolutely, especially after this morning's events. It did not go as smoothly as I would have hoped this morning. That noted, I'm excited about trying to do something with this. Everything in me wants to be really negative and down right now and bemoan my situation, but that doesn't get us anywhere, does it? So suffice to say that I'm positive about what we're doing and what I'm trying to do here, and I definitely want to do that. I just want to do it correctly. So for the time being, I'm just going to power through a couple of these until I get a good plan, and maybe kind of bring that to you, and maybe you guys in the meantime will throw some comments and some suggestions my way. Here's a really cool surprise from yesterday. They just keep coming. The surprises keep coming. This is the little 24-hour day book that I used to carry with me in my left breast pocket. If you picked up my jacket, this book was in that pocket for probably the first 2, maybe a little more than 2 years of my sobriety. That's where that book existed. And I read it daily, sometimes multiple times a day. I had little quirks. I would never read ahead. I would never read back. I would reread that specific day's entry time and time again, making notes on it and things like that. And I got that yesterday. Sarah gave me a new one, brand new one yesterday, because I said, as I did in the other video, that I've lost all my literature. So she's kind of replaced some of it, this being one, the third edition being the other, and now this came yesterday. So 25 years sober, and the surprises keep coming. So I read yesterday's entry, and unexpectedly too, I didn't think I'd be going back to my 24-hour a day book, but here I am this morning reading today's entry, and it struck me. It struck me hard because I've been transcribing all the stuff I've written. It sits here. This is one book of just stuff. It's all stuff that I've written down. Notes, projects, poetry, essays, ideas, you name it. And I've filled these books as well. Like, just filled them with stuff. Some are half filled, some are filled, just writing. And I was told long ago that it's an obsessive thing that some people do, and I'm not alone. And I've got more of these books floating around. They pop up all the time. Little books, big books, just stuff with my notes and writing and stuff like that in it. And so the idea was to try to transcribe it all into digital format. And I've been pretty successful with that. The blog that I was doing back in, I think, 2007 or so, I started it. Every one of those entries is right here on this little hard drive. There's so many books from here. I had written, when I went back to school at St. Michael's, a daily journal entry that we were tasked to do. I've written every day. So for the first 9 months of my sobriety, literally from day one on, at school at least, those days I had notes every single day. So that's all right here. And I was powering through this one when I got stuck. I got stuck a little while ago, and it's not that I haven't been able to get past it, it's that I dread coming back to it. So you can see the little paper clips there. That was my last spot the other day that I transcribed. And here's why. It's a prayer journal. I realized that going to Great Expectations, what I was actually writing down was a prayer journal. And I'm disgusted with the person I was at that moment. Like, my ability to just moan and wail and cry and carry on and boo-hoo to God about my circumstances is just nauseating. They're great days. They're bad days. There's up days. There's down days. There's in-between days. There's mediocre days. And it's all in here. It's all right there. But here I was, given this opportunity to attend university free. Bought and paid for by WSIB. Bought and paid for. A program that very few people ever get, and I was given it. A 5-year program at the University of Western Ontario. Medical things happened, and certainly I wasn't able to complete that. And there's reasons why. But beyond that, here I was gifted this incredible opportunity. And I moaned and I cried and I carried on. And it was nauseating to look back at that and relive it by taking those words and transcribing them here onto the MacBook so I could save them onto this. I mean, the goal being, I would like to compile everything into one spot. I would like to take all of this writing and make logical sense of it and put it in one spot. Add to that, I've got quite a bit more right here on the laptop in a separate folder. And the goal would be to kind of put it all together, compile it in some format, and then I could have it. And I don't know, print it out, publish it, I don't know. But just at the end of the day, if my children have it and their children have it, success. Reading this stuff and reading what I believed to be just a journal, and then learning that indeed it wasn't just a journal, it was a prayer journal, daily just remarks to God. It dumbfounded me. There was a complete disconnect. Like, how did I become this person? Certainly at the time we had left Windsor, we had moved into St. Thomas, we had joined Faith Baptist Church, and we were going from the Catholic method of worship to learning, this evangelical Baptist form of, worship. And I was excited to do it. I was excited to wander in the Bible. And certainly at that time, even before university, studying and reading and connecting with other theologians that were deep into their studies was super exciting for me. I was journeying in my sobriety and just soaking up whatever information I could get my hands on. So, I was excited to be a part of all of that, and certainly it was coming out in my faith. But that said, like, how did I become this guy who just poured his heart out to God in these pages for literally months and months on end? And that said, like, rarely is there, hey man, thanks for today, it's a great day. It was just so much misery and, begging God to just put money in my lap and change our financial fortunes. Like, disgusted to reread that and think that I'd become that person. And then today's second entry, the second one I've read anyways, in the 24-hour day book, made it all clear. There's not a page in this book where I'm not tasked to accept that I'm powerless over alcohol, and I need to embrace faith on some level to overcome that. Every entry in here is referenced. Every entry in here references God on some level that I've read so far, and I realize now. The meditations are certainly reminding me of that. So, without question, I mean, the first 2 years of my faith journey in Alcoholics Anonymous, I was reinforcing in my brain every day the need for God in my life. Bang, the light bulb goes off. Of course, I'm connected. I'm not angry about that. I'm not upset about that. It's an understanding. It's a revelation to know that that's what I've trained myself to do. I've trained myself to become dependent, no longer on alcohol, but on my faith journey. And I wonder if I missed something along the way. I wonder, did I forget to rely on myself? Did I forget to believe that I was capable of so much more? You know, I journeyed from Windsor to St. Thomas to Elmer. I mean, you know, my family has accomplished some pretty cool stuff here. And, you know, we've made the best of impossible circumstances to become the family that we are, the people that we are. And that didn't just materialize, you know, that just didn't happen. So I wanted to kind of touch on that today, and I wanted to kind of maybe document that, maybe not even just for you, but for me, so I could go back and hear that and maybe make some sense of it. But either way, let's just put that one in the books for today. And I want to say thank you for tuning in. To the 10 people that watched the other day, thanks a lot. And I want to get to something better. I want to definitely make this, more palatable for everybody, myself included. So bear with me, and thanks for your patience. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow brings. Take care. Bye.